I take a flight to and get stuck at the world's most isolated airport, 1,400 miles from the nearest airport with just one flight a week when it doesn't get cancelled, as I take a trip to the tiny island of St Helena.
Airlink fly once a week from Johannesburg to St Helena. It has a stopover in Walvis Bay, Namibia, of all places, to refuel because it's just too far for the little Embraer to fly without a refueling stop. So shall we see if we can get on board the plane? All right then, welcome on board.
My first leg was the 1 hour 45-minute leg from Joburg to the airport at Walvis Bay, Namibia.
Much like myself, a big problem that St Helena has is with excessive wind, and that's no exception today. The aircraft could actually do the flight in one stop. However, the issue we have is about a 3.5 hour run over open water, and the aircraft's got to have enough fuel on it to get to St Helena, but also to fly straight back to Namibia, just in case we can't land for whatever reason.
With a forecast for St Helena, partly cloudy conditions, just quite windy, winds of about 100 kilometers an hour.
That's about 60 miles an hour.
After takeoff from Walvis Bay, there's nothing but ocean until we reach the Rock in the middle of the Atlantic.
Alright then, lunch service has arrived. We've got a hot meal on this flight, with it being 3.5 hours or so long. You could have like a spicy chicken kebab or like a South African beef dish. This is the chicken kebab. Let's see what it's like. That's actually really nice. It's not too spicy either. It's quite good. This flight is dragging a little bit. There really isn't a lot to do. There's no Wi-Fi, there's certainly no entertainment on them at all, and the only view we get really is, well, nothing. It's just sea.
Eventually the clouds below us started to break and I got my first views of the island of St Helena. So here we were then, safely arrived into Mordor.
Nice to meet you.
Enjoy St Helena.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, what an incredible approach and landing that was. It's like landing on the surface of the moon. Look at all this here. Just incredible. They've basically dug this airport out of the ground here on the edge of the island. It's the only way they could make room for it because it's basically a volcanic rock that is sticking up out of the ocean, really, and that's pretty much it.
The scenery of St Helena could best be described as pretty varied. One minute you feel like you're driving through Iceland, the next you're in the Peak District, and then by the next T-junction you're in Cornwall. The roads are narrow and in some places you have to make a 3-point turn just to go around the sharp hairpin bends. But eventually we wound up in the village of Jamestown, the capital of St Helena. And it feels just like a quaint English village. It even has pubs and a corner shop.
Alright then, welcome to St Helena. This is the Mantis Hotel in Jamestown, otherwise known as the Village, which is like the biggest settlement on the island.